Happy motivation marketing you, Chris Bettis from Fluent Mortgage. Market fluently. All right, I'm gonna change up the formatting just a little bit. My wife brought up to me, she's like, man, it feels like you're doing so much doom and gloom and not, exciting, motivational anymore. And I'm like, well, I'm just talking about the economy, right? So, I gotta do it, right? Motivational Monday. We're gonna change it up just a tick and start there. Something that really has come to light over the last couple weeks is just the power of a positive word or a slight touch. I've had so many clients and consumers talk about what a difference it's made. And so in a world that's so interesting, we'll use, and in real estate, which is one of the most stressful things that there is financially, of course our clients are going crazy. We're more counselors than we are real estate agents and mortgage people, right? So just in a world where you can't even get a thank you, a hello, have a great day, a phone call, a return phone call, that extra step of kindness. Unbelievable what a difference it makes to people. So a kind word and a touch. That's the motivation for today. We can change this state, we can change this country, we can change the world one by one for at least one person today. I challenge you to do that. All right, so blast for the last week and where we are economically, right? So here's that little downturn that we saw. We knew we were at the bottom. We thought we were testing that floor. We guessed it was ceiling. It was right there. So what happened last week? The feds came out on Monday, right? No surprise. We already know that this month they're slowing their bond repurchasing, which starts pushing up rates, supply and demand. The one bit that isn't a surprise to those in the know, but so you all know, raising prime, combating inflation, they keep moving that yardstick sooner and sooner. So not 4 years from now, not 3 years now, not 2 years from now, not the end of next year. Now it's all of a sudden the middle of next year. So that's coming soon. Lastly, or two last things for last week. Hyperinflation, right? Crazy inflation. As an example, in the last year alone, autos are up 26%. So if that continues in just 4 years' time, total 3 years from now, twice, double the price, okay? But wait, there's more. Remember, we told you in breaking news, 1.2 trillion with the T was just slated to be released. So that's gonna skyrocket hyperinflation when you print money. And then lastly, really interesting, we've heard the Great Depression, I don't know the term they're calling, but basically walk out of your job month in September, biggest ever in the history, just walking out. Just quit. Just quit their jobs. You're not getting unemployment. I don't know what you're doing. A core of us now at this point, because of the crazy hyperinflation, have actually had to completely adjust their standard of living. So 1 in 4 of you already have completely changed their lives at this point. Just wait. So there's the economics in the last week. Because of it on Friday was consumer sentiment, right? The worst it's been in 10 years. There's the last week. Hey, motivation, right? The week to come. Now, remember, when I say the C word, when I talk about certain things, do not get sensitive. This is not politics. I don't care which side of the aisle you lean on. Economics. 3 months before COVID was ever said in Oregon, we brought it up here. We posted on our website. We told you it was going to affect the worldwide economy. Version 5.0 of COVID, right? We just had the Delta variant. Version 4, we know this happens all the time. Viruses constantly mutate and come through. Well, even when they're saying it's done, it's over, it's gone, half the world's already been vaccinated, 75% of Oregon's been vaccinated already, it's gone, right? No, we know it's a virus every few months. So again, not politics, not biology, we're just talking economics. So we're already seeing it happen in Europe. I'm reminding you, this happened last time, right? Happens in Europe, happens across the sea first, comes across the pond, it already has. We're already seeing the East Coast starting to get hit. We actually have people in Oregon who traveled this last week who actually got sick and came back. It's coming. It's just the 5th version of it. So here's why I bring this up. Basic economics in terms of planning for the next week. It's housing. But short term, okay? I'm cautiously floating today. When you look at where we're at, right? Like we should be seeing a new floor here pretty soon. I'm not sure we're at the floor, but I really hate to lock anybody today thinking we're going to recapture rebound. So I'm cautiously floating right now saying, dude, where's the floor again? It should be close and get that recapture. Midterm, basic economics, we should see better rates because there's such bad economic news and consumer sentiment. That's the future, right? Reports are the past, sentiment's the future. We should see a horrible Dow Jones. We should see a horrible NASDAQ. We should see horrible stocks and bonds because of sentiment, because of the glut in terms of supplies and many other things. Bonds should do great. But the wild card, remember this. So if the fifth variation of it is dealt with as it has been in the past, we could see major drops in rates. So that's the midterm. And then lastly, long term, we know significantly, like 1% to 2% higher rates. It's going to have to be once we start raising prime, once we start raising rates, once we start dealing with inflation, meteoric increases. So motivation, back. That's economics, right? There's always opportunity. So what are we going to do because of it? How to respond? First with kindness, maybe a touch. Lastly, man, don't you wish you'd bought your house last year? Don't you wish you bought your car last year? Inflation, right? In times of hyperinflation, you want physical assets because they're going to cost you more tomorrow. Your dollar's going to be worth less tomorrow, making it that much more expensive. Today's the day to buy your house. Today's the day, right? Rates are shockingly good still. Values are going up. Today's the day. Hope you have an amazing day. I hope you bless someone else and change the world, at least for one person this day. Chris Bettis, Fluent Mortgage. See you next week. Bye.